Hello, my name is Nejan and today I'll be presenting about basics of web searching. So this figure shows you the basic Google search happening on a web browser, and this other figure shows the behind the curtains of this simple search. So what happens is it starts the searcher is here and it starts from the URL server where which has all the URLs that are gathered by the search engine on which a crawler is run to get the page information about all the web pages that's on the URL server and then transferred to a repository which is stored on a server and then transferred to a repository. Then an indexer and a URL resolver is run on these web pages to get all the links that are present on the web pages to calculate the page rank of the website, which is then displayed on a basic Google search as results. So all of this happens behind the curtains, and it's a big process, and it happens in milliseconds, which is a huge thing. Moving on to the next slide, the we'll discuss about the background and the history of web searching. The invention of hypertext was envisioned by Vannevar Bush in the 1940s and first realized in working systems in the 1970s, significantly precedes the formation of the World Wide Web. Web usage from since then has shown tremendous growth to the point where it now claims a good fraction of humanity as participants. By relying on a simple open client server design, the server communicates with the client via a protocol which is HTTP that is lightweight and simple, asynchronously carrying a variety of payloads, text, images, and over time richer media, such as even audio and video files, encoded in a simple markup language called HTML. The client is generally a browser or a application on your phone which has a GUI, and each of these seemingly innocuous features has contributed enormously to the growth of the web, and it it's almost now 5 billion people users use it on a daily basis. Moving on to the next slide, uh, I have divided the classification. I've divided the searching in classification like vertical search and horizontal search. Vertical searching refers to the topical searching, like you're searching for a specific media type, uh, or for example, if you search for certain news, it will only search for the news section in the news section, and if you search for music, it will only search in the music section. For Whereas the horizontal search will search the whole wide web for a variety of media topics and media subjects. It will search the images, videos, and number of sites, and it will give a mixed search results with news, music, articles, everything. Moving on to the next slide, we have web characteristics. So you have the question, how big is the web? Which has no easy answer. The question, how many web pages are in a search engine's index is more precise. Even then, we have the deep web, which is not on the search engines. By the end of 1995, AltaVista claimed that it had crawled approximately 30 million static web pages. Static web pages are those whose content does not vary from one request to that page to the next. For example, a professor who manually updates his home page every week is considered to have a static web page, but an airport's flight status page is dynamic because it updates regularly. Moving on to the next slide, we have web characteristic, the essential feature that led to this explosive growth of the web, decentralized content publishing with essentially no central control of authorship, turned out to be the biggest challenge for web search because they have no way of identifying if the content shared on the web pages is fake or real, because publishing is now open to tens and millions of users. That's why a web page whose contents are trustworthy to one user may not be so to another. Thank you. So I would like to ask a question to everyone. What are some of the popular web search engines? The answer to this question is Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo. Thank you.